Thank you. We have quorum, and I will call the 14th meeting of Scarborough Community Council to order. Welcome to all members of Community Council, and of course to members of the public and the media. We acknowledge that the land we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit and the Williams Treaty signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands. Are there any declarations of interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act? Seeing none, may I have a motion to confirm the minutes of the Scarborough Community Council meeting of February 5th, 2020?
So moved.
Councillor Ainsley, all those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll now proceed with the rundown of the agenda. Members, if you wish to hold an item, please state your name and say hold. For items with speakers, I will hold these items. We have no speakers. Item 14.1, 6175, 6183 Kingston Road, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, and 11 Franklin Avenue, official plan amendment, zoning amendment, and draft plan of the subdivision applications, final report. This is in Ward 25. I'm happy to move the item. All those in favor?
I think it's time for 10.
Oh, sorry, this is the time one. The next one is not. Okay. 14.2. So item 14.1 we have to hold for 10 o'clock. Item 14.2, 1625 Military Trail and 6,000 Kingston Road official plan amendments and zoning amendment applications, preliminary report. This one has no speakers and is in Ward 25. I'm happy to move that. All those in favor? Oh, yes, I have a motion. I have a motion on this one. Thank you for the recommendation. And then I'll pop back to Jimmy here. So this is just that staff in consultation with the ward councillor, myself, established a working group comprised of landowners, residents, and businesses of the Highland Creek Village and surrounding community to provide community input to inform the implementation of the Highland Creek Community Secondary Plan, Highland Creek Transportation Master Plan, including submitted development applications, parks and public realm improvements, and mobility initiatives with the Highland Creek Village. So all those in favor of the amendment? You have questions of this one?
Can you repeat that quickly?
I can, but in the interest of time. Okay, so sorry, all those in favor? All those opposed? Item carries. Item is amended. All those in favor? Item carries.
What was 13 point?
Where's Carly?
13.3, good morning. 2567 Eglinton Avenue East, zoning amendment application, preliminary report.
You're up, Gary. Good timing.
Councillor Crawford, when you
Number 3.
when you have a
Thank you,
chance.
Mr. Chair. Yeah, no, I'd like to move the staff recommendations.
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed, carried. 14.4, 900 Middlefield Road, official plan amendment and zoning bylaw amendment, preliminary report. Councillor Thompson, would I be correct? No, Councillor Lai, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to make a small amendment to star recommendation number 2 to increase it to 300 meters. And then I'll move that motion,
Do we
the
have a
recommendation.
motion?
Well, just to change it to 300 meters. Amend.
We just asked them.
So you're proposing item number 2, right?
Recommendation number 2,
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed, carried.
as amended.
As amended?
Better in the newsletter.
Opposed, carried.
Thank you.
14.5, school zone review, Swanwick Avenue. Councillor Crawford.
Yes, I'll move staff recommendations, Mr. Chair.
All those in favor? Opposed, carried. 14.7, traffic control signal review, Birchmount Road and Merryfield Drive. Councillor Thompson.
I think you're missing one. You're missing 6.
I apologize. Flipped too quickly. 14.6, traffic calming review, Bertrand Avenue between Birchmount Road and Kennedy Road. Councillor Thompson.
Move the staff recommendations with the gratitude.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. 14.7, traffic control review Birchmount Road and Merryfield Drive. Councillor Thompson.
Move staff recommendation with double gratitude.
This, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Now, does that double gratitude means that we need to verify it again? No, we're good. Double
No,
gratitude.
no, it's double gratitude. They know what I'm talking about. My community is very happy with
I
the
have to
staff
tell you.
recommendations. Thank you.
Mr. Brown is an individual. As I used to say, Zach's the man. SC 14.8, traffic calming speeds and U-turn prohibition review Beverly Glen Boulevard between Bridletowne Circle and Heatherside Drive. I do have a motion that I would like to put up. And that motion reads that we waive, speed humps on Beverly Glen, between Bridletowne Circle and Pharmacy. We waive the petition and direct the city solicitor to prepare a bylaw to alter the roadway of Beverly and Glen Boulevard between Bridletowne Circle, so it goes from 40 down to 30. Any questions?
Mr. Chair, just to
Councilor
let you know,
Thompson.
I'm going to vote against it, not because I'm against it, but because I have a similar situation, but I'm going through the polling. So for that reason, I'm voting against it.
Okay, you don't have any question? I don't have any questions. Okay. Any questions of the mover? No. Questions of staff? Speakers? All those in favor? All recorded votes? Councillor Crawford, Councillor Ainsley, Councillor Karygiannis, Councillor McKelvey, Councillor Lai. All those opposed? Councillor Thompson. Carried. Item as amended? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. 14.9, U-turn prohibition, Oasis Boulevard. Councillor Lai.
I move staff recommendation.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Well,
14.10, U-turn prohibition, Seasons Drive. Councillor Lai.
I move staff recommendation with gratitude.
Sorry, it's supposed to be double gratitude, or, no.
One only.
Only one?
I got
Okay,
reminded.
we're counting here. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. SC 1411, traffic control signal review, Kingston Road and Brinloor Boulevard. Councillor Ainsley.
Move staff recommendations.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. 14.12, repeal of property standards order bylaw registered on title 199 Galloway Road. Councillor Ainsley.
I'll move staff recommendations.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay. All right. Can I have a motion to recess, please, until 10 o'clock?
Sorry, Mr. Chair. I just like to acknowledge that Councillor McKelvey started off the meeting in fabulous fashion, and she did a great job chairing the Infrastructure and Environment Committee yesterday as the vice chair in the absence of the chair. Thank you, Councillor McKelvey.
And is that with double or triple gratitude?
Quadruple.
Quadruple, there we go. All right, do I have a motion to recess until 10 o'clock?
So moved.
All right, all those in favor, opposed, carried. Thank you, Councillor Lai. Hey. Good morning. It being at 10 o'clock, I'd like to reconvene the meeting. We have one item to deal with. Councilors, if I can have your attention, that's item SC 14.1, the held item for 10 a.m., 6175, 6183 Kingston Road, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, and 11 Franklin Avenue, official plan amendment, zoning amendment, and draft plan of subdivision application final report. Are there any speakers to this item? Any speakers?
I'd like to move staff recommendations.
Seeing none, Councilor, you're moving staff recommendation. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Who's doing it? Councilor Ensley, I think you have a motion.
I do, Mr. Chair. The Scarborough Community Council passed and declares bylaws, bills 259 to 267 and 287 prepared for the March 12th, 2020 meeting number 14 of the Community Council.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Councilor Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That Scarborough Council pass and declare as a bylaw a confirmatory bill to confirm the legislative proceedings of the Scarborough Community Council acting under delegated authority at meeting 14 on March 12, 2020.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. All right, folks, have a good day. Thank you very much for coming. I have to tell you, it's a record. It's 10:02.